Hello everyone, I'm Hilary Chin. Thank you all so much for coming and watching. Today I'll be teaching you guys how to use AI to analyze data for you, okay? Of course, we are going to be using Microsoft 365. Microsoft 365 is the latest version of Microsoft. If you want to become a data analyst or information manager, maybe you aspire to work with NGOs, international organizations, UN agencies, etc., please make sure to get this version, okay? If you want to or you need this version, please just comment down below this video or in one of my groups, Newsimo Tech or Newsimo Tech for secondary schools. I'm going to guide you on how to get a legit online Microsoft product 365, okay? It comes with different kinds of amazing products. But of course, today there are two very technical tools that comes along with Microsoft 365, very unique. You have the Microsoft Copilot, that is the AI version. You also have Analyze. These are amazing tools that comes with this Microsoft 365. You also have ChatGPT for Excel. So we are going to be navigating around these different AI tools, showing you how to make the proper prompts in order to get data analyzed for you. But of course, before you use AI, you must have a basic knowledge of any skill that you want to learn moving forward. Let's jump in so I show you how this works.
Yes, so right here we have three tables or three sheets, right? The sheets here are named ABC. Okay, so sheet C here has 1 2 3 4 5 columns, and CA has 5 columns as well. CB has 5 columns. Okay, and then here we have some text that we have designed to use and prompt AI to help us analyze this data. So we are going to be doing 3 prompts here. The first one will be to consolidate these 3 tables or 3 sheets for us as one, and then the next prompt will be to summarize the 2 columns, boys and girls, to create a new column for total children, and the other text will be on data sheet. On the data sheet, summarize the data using the 3 columns: organization type, boys and girls. So the sheet that we are going to consolidate, we are going to give this prompt on that sheet. Okay, so first of all, I want us to look at something here. Since we are dealing with AI, we have 2 AI elements that we are going to be using. We are going to be using analyze data here, which is up here, and also we are going to be using Copilot. Okay, and then we'll also come to ChatGPT when it's time. But today I want us to use Analyze and Copilot. So the first thing you need to do here is there is something up here called autosave. You have to put your autosave on, and remember, like I said, is Microsoft 365. That is why it is very important to get an updated Microsoft and enjoy these different tools. So right here, what I'll do is simple. I'll simply go up here to Copilot and I click, okay, and I go to chart and I click my chart. Now the moment I click my chart here, I'll go to start new chart. Okay, I'll just click start new chart, and then I'll come to my text here, and then I'll copy the first text, Control C, and then I'll paste it here. So it says unexpected error occurred, or delete that. So I say consolidate data from sheet A, B and C and 3 and okay, full stop. Add 3 columns after consolidating, columns of sum, average and percentage. Okay, so remember that Copilot understands this data, and Copilot is going to do its job. So I'm going to come here and then I submit that. So I have submitted that, and then that's it. All I need to do is just sit and wait. So Microsoft Copilot is analyzing the data and reviewing the data to consolidate. Remember, if I had to do this using some manual methods, it would take me a very long time to do it. So I'll come here and I find out what Microsoft has done for me. So I want to see what it has done. So you see what it has done here. It has summarized the data for me, and there is something I want to show you here. This is what makes it amazing, guys. So it says you can download the full consolidated Excel file here. So this is what Microsoft Copilot has done for me, right? Remember that I came under here to find it. So I came here and I was looking for it. So what it did was it gave me different options. Okay, it came here brought the different agencies, and then gave me also the activity column, and then give me the boys column, give me the girls column, the sum, the average, and then the percentage. So it gave me in two formats. Okay, but first of all, I wanted to first look at the format that is in the XLS X file, okay, which is Excel file. So we are going to click this. So the moment I click this, you see it shows me the file that was designed and automatically created by Copilot. So I'm going to come here and I open the file. You see, once I click open, it is opening the file. Wow. I'll just come here and put enable editing. So this is the new file that Microsoft Copilot has designed for me. So now I have two sheets here, right? I have two workbook. So this is where we are coming from, right? This is where we are coming from, and then this file has been opened, and then it gave us this one. You see, this is the power of Microsoft Copilot. So you see that you don't need some extravagant knowledge again to analyze data. So here, what you need to do here now, like we earlier said, is to come here and confirm. Okay, we all know that the sum here is simply taking this plus this, and the average here is simply dividing, and then the percentage is simply also dividing in a different way. But of course, one of the things we are going to do here is simple. I'm going to come here first of all to test this. I want to test the sum, so I'm going to come here and write sum. Okay, testing means I want to really see whether Microsoft has done the job for me, and I click equals to, and I'll come and take this cell plus this other cell, okay, and I click my tab. It says 500, so this 500 here matches with this 500. So if I play with my mouse here and I double click and I bring it down here, you see that it shares the formula down here. So if I compare this with this, it gives me 413, it gives me 400. It means that this formula is well placed by Copilot. Okay, so as for average, in order to test and see if Microsoft did and Copilot did the job, is just click your equals to, and then you start writing average. Okay, so this is a function. Click your tab, and then you come and reference girl and boy to get the average of these two. You see, and then you click your tab. You see it gives you 250, so we have 250 here. So if I share this formula down here, if I turn this to a black cross, share this down, you see that it is the same thing. You see, if I compare these averages here, it's the same thing. Okay, so this is how you can test. Okay, let's go back, let's delete this and then use the next prompt. So I want us to review the second comment, which I'll just Control C, and I want us to review the second comment. Okay, Control C, and then I want us to analyze this data here. So I'll just go to Copilot there and I click. Once I click on Copilot, this is our consolidated data which we saw previously. So I'm just going to come here and say start a new chart, and then I paste this discussion here on the data sheet. Summarize the two columns, boys and girls, create a new column for total children. So I wanted to do an analysis on this sheet called data. Okay, and I'll just send the information there, and then we give it some time to analyze. So Copilot is doing the job. All you need to do is sit back. If you have your popcorn, you can be eating your popcorn and maybe discussing with colleagues outside while you wait Microsoft Copilot do the work for you. So right here, let's see what Microsoft has done for us. So now it says download the updated data sheet with total children. Remember that when you work with Microsoft Copilot, it has to be embedded in cloud. It means that your system has to be embedded in cloud. My machine is online, my internet is on, and this sheet is embedded in cloud. There's a simple way of doing it. Just opening your drive, Microsoft Drive, and then manage all your information from there. So right here you see that there are two options that I can use here. Okay, let's use this first option, this one that says download the file. Again, we're going to download the file. This is the first file we downloaded. Okay, this one was the consolidated file, but now we want to see what this one has done. We'll just open this file. Now what we are trying to look at here is to see whether Copilot has summarized our data. Wow, it has already done the work for us. So right here you find out that it has already done the work for us. So we already have a new column here called total children, and of course I can just say equals to, and then I reference this sheet to find out if Microsoft Copilot has done the job for me. So you see that if I share this down here, you see that it is the same. It means it did the job well. Okay, so the calculations are perfect. So here is what we have as far as this is concerned. Now if I simply go back a little bit and then I check my other sheets, let's look at the next text that we have here. Is on the data sheet, summarize the data using columns, organization, and okay, that is amazing. We can still do that, of course. I'll just come here and then I start a new conversation again with Copilot, and then I'll Control C and then I'll just paste it here. You see, so I'm saying that on this data sheet I want to summarize data using 3 columns, organization type, boys and girls. You see, I just want it to focus on this organization type and then girls and boys. Okay, and then I'll just forward that to Microsoft Copilot, and then let's see what it does. This is very, very important. It's a very simple process using AI to analyze your data. Those of you who don't know calculations, this can also help you a big time. Now you see there are 2 kinds of data here which I'm really enjoying it. Okay, so it has organized my data, summarized as I said. But before I use that data, I want to show you also how you can use another kind of data here. So we have 2 kinds of data here. Let me show you. So this is the first one that we have. So in order to paste this one, I can just come down here and I click copy, right, and I go to a next sheet here, this clean sheet, and then I click Control C. You see, it brings me the data here. So this is how powerful it is. So right here I have this data here with me, just summarizing. So it gives me boys, girls under international organization, national and UN agencies. Okay, because I said I just want the organization type, so it has done the summary, tells me what is happening with boys and girls under this. Let's go back to the data. We said it should just go to under organization type, so it has been able to summarize international organizations, national organizations, and also UN agencies here, and it gave us. Okay, so when it gave us, we came here and then we copied and we paste. So now we want to go back and open this sheet now, which is stored in Excel. .xlsx means Excel sheet. So we are going to click that, and then once we click that, we are going to open that to see what it has done for us. Remember, we wanted it to summarize that data only under organization type. So of course it did the job for us very well. So this is it here. I have it here, very, very visible and clear here. So this is it, guys. So we already have it here. So this is it. Let me just double click. You see, so it was able to summarize for us. And if we compare this data here, 9, 10, 11192, 222, you know, if we compare this data with this other data, you see it is 9, 10, you see it's the same amount or the same figures that we have. So this is how you can quickly ask Copilot to do your data for you. If whether you want average, you see, provide a visualization of this summary. So enough with Copilot. Let's see what Analyze can do for us. But before we go to Analyze, there is something I want to show you which is very, very important, and we always call this conditional formatting. Okay, so if I select my data like this, if I select this data, you see that there's a small icon here. It says quick analysis. Okay, and then I click. Once I click this, it gives me different conditional formatting options. Okay, which is conditional formatting. It also give me different kind of charts. It gives me totals, it gives me tables, it gives me spark lines. Okay, so when I choose spark lines, you see that we have this here. So this can quickly tell you what your data is, the language your data is speaking. Okay, it's very powerful. So it already shows me that this data here is more, this one is less. So it shows me that both boys and girls are close the same, and it says here girls because this line here represent this particular data on this side represent boys, this one represent girls. Okay, so from this data you can start seeing which one is high or low. So here it says 160, 171, so it shows here. Okay, so I can still come here again on my spark line, and I still again choose my data, choose all my data again. Okay, it still gives me this icon, and then I come now to conditional format and I choose bars. So here again it shows me the green here shows high values, the red shows lower values. Okay, and the very thick red shows very low values. Okay, so here I can quickly know which data here is high, Right here I can quickly pick 400 and 500 because they are showing me green, okay, and I can quickly pick tick red because it shows me that this is low value because it shows red. Please, you must learn this with your Microsoft. Now if I go back here again, I can still click here and then it gives me some sparklings here. I'm not really sparkling, but these are other kind of data conditional formatting where it tells me that this value is going high, this one is going low, this one is going by the side because they are equal, this one too is going high, this one is going very low, you know, etc, etc. Okay, enough of all these conditional formattings. Let us clear this formula so that I move you to another level. Okay, let's clear this formula. We'll just go back and click backspace there. Okay, so right here now let's jump in now to see our analyze. Very amazing tool. Analyze is just simple. Just click around your data here and then go to analyze and you click, and that's all. Right now I'll leave you. I want to go and eat my popcorn. So before I come back, see what analyze does. It goes pick the data and then gives you different options of visualizations. You see, these are different options of visualizations, and all you need to do is, if you see that this one is fine or you see that this table is fine, you can bring in this table. If you see that you want to change percentage total of boys and get for each organization, you can put that. Okay, total of number of girls by organization by name, you can put this. Okay, or you can ask other further questions about this data here and analyze will give you. But of course, let's see how we can bring in a chart. So if I click this, automatically it brings this chart and the table. This is so powerful, guys. Okay, and I want to break this down. So this is already pivot tables that we are managing here. So you can come here now and just click there and then remove that to make your table clean. You can come here again and then you just choose some options. Title is on, data labels, now you put them on. You see all my data labels are on. I can come here and I make my data very big, and I still come here. I can come here and I double click and then I remove this down part, you know, and then I can also come here and remove these grid lines. I might not want grid lines, and this is it. You are already analyzing your data. Okay, those of you who complain and say, oh, I don't know how to create visualizations, AI has come to do the work for you. Right here I can just come here and I change this particular. I can just see that organizations by children. Okay, whatever you want to write there, it depends on you. Okay, it depends on you to make your data to give your data, communicate your data to your audience. It depends on you. Just changing the color there, and that is it, guys. So AI has done the work for you. Why is my data why is my header or titles on? Because I clicked it here. Okay, so I had to put the title on here. So if I click this, it goes off. If I click this, it comes off. So here you can manage a lot of things. Let me see if I have an error there. So here it just shows you if there's an error. It shows you how far that error is, and these are amazing options that you can put there. Okay, then my timeline too. I can also put a training line, the trend line here. Okay, for protection. Let's see what happens there. You see, so it tells me how protection flows within this data. Okay, this is powerful. Education, protection, watch, and the line. So it tells me this line is for protection, how it flows from down and up. Okay, so these are different things that are amazing, guys. Data tables, I can put this on. You see all the data tables below this data or below this table, and you are going to be so amazed. So this is how you can manage your data using AI. So AI has come to make work easy for all of us. So of course, follow us for more.